Greetings. The purpose of this video is to set up and install PSO for the PC. I cannot show you where to acquire the game files. It's not difficult to find out though. I will be going over the installation and just a quick verbal explanation of the registration process. So, first thing you have to do, of course, is acquire the game files, which again I cannot show how to do because I don't know if it violates any sort of terms of service with YouTube and whatnot. But before we begin, I do want to go to the silverent.net webpage. Here is where you can create an account. You go to account management here, and you click on that link, and that brings you to the login page. Now, you're either a new user or an existing user. If you're an existing user, just enter your login credentials and log in. If you're a new user, just click New User here, and pick a username, password, enter password again, and email address, and obviously click I'm not a robot on the reCAPTCHA, and then register. Once this is done, you may have to confirm your registration via email. I'm assuming that's what was done. I don't recall. It's been a few years since I've done so. Once you do that, you can click on account management again and log in. And then you can generate your serial number and access key for PSO PC. Just follow the links. It's very self-explanatory. Once that's done, you can let's go back to the home, and then scroll down here and find the link for PSO Palace. Click on that, and it takes you here to the PSO Palace. Click here to enter PSO Palace. And here we go to the download section. Okay, again, I cannot show how to acquire the game files, but here in the download section there are a bunch of quality of life patches and improvements and stuff that you'll want to consider downloading and applying to your installation. I'm not sure what this link here is, so I'm going to skip that. Okay, here you got PSO PC Music Patch Music Pack Torrent. As you can see here, it says this is my pack of high quality music to improve PSO sound quality from 22,050 Hz to 44,100 Hz. As with my other PSO torrents, please seed it so that other people can also download the file. Let's see, here we go. I want to go to PC downloads. And here you got a full screen executable, windowed executable, windowed with mouse support, Vista and 7 full screen executable. This one here is what comes with the file pack. Another windowed executable. There's various ones, auto run. A lot of these here already come with the archive for the game installation. And then you have a graphical fix. I recommend all of these. Shield fix, darkness patch, word filter, sparkle patch, offline map pack, enhancement pack, max stat pack, offline quest pack. If you're Russian, obviously. Halloween patch. Version 1 name detection, typing patch, IP patcher. Okay, this is to change servers if you want to. Let's not mess with any of those. Okay, so there's all that. So I'm going to go ahead and close this. And here is where I have the game files. PSO PC IVs ISOs V3. This is a 7Z archive, which Windows 10 is already compatible with out of the box. So let's double click that. And there's all the files: auto run, online, online offline, PSO, executables, and here's the disk images right here. Disk 1 and Disk 2 ISO, and the README file. In my previous video, just as a joke or a troll, I did a tutorial, air quotes tutorial, where I just sat there and read the README file, because that seems to be the most challenging task for a lot of people trying to run this game. Anyway, let's go ahead and select all, just highlight like so, and extract. And this is going to go in a desktop, and I'm going to type PSO / so it goes into its own folder. And then I'm going to click OK. And that will extract every file to the desktop. And as you can see, nothing's there because I have 2 monitors set up here. I have to drag it over from that monitor to this one. Okay. Now I'm going to create another folder, and I'm going to name it PSO _ install. Enter. I'm going to just move that right there. Now let's go into the first folder of the extracted files. Okay, now the thing with Windows 10, it can read these ISO images as if they were zip archives. So I'm just going to double click, and there it is. That's everything. I'm going to hit Control A to highlight everything, and I'm just going to drag and drop it right here to the PSO install folder. And then I'm going to wait for it to do its thing. Okay, that is now done. Now I'm going to do the same thing again. So yeah, well, look at that right there. It basically created its own virtual drive. Let's go up. Actually, I'll just close this window, go back into here, and then I'm going to open up Disk 2. Now you see there's only 3 files. This one right here, Data 2, that's the only one you need. I'm just going to drag and drop that to PSO install. Let it do its thing. Close that while I'm waiting. And there you go. That is now complete. Now once that's done, I'm going to open up my PSO install folder. And then I'm going to scroll down to Setup. I'm going to double click Setup. Okay, this thing popped up. I'm going to say yes. And let's minimize that. Okay, this pops up. Choose setup language. I'm going to say OK. And everything's popping up on my other window. So there we go. Preparing to install. This will just kind of hang for a minute here. Okay, that just popped up finally. The install shield wizard for Phantasy Star Online. Let's click next. I'm going to have to drag every window over here as it pops up on the other monitor. Okay, I'm going to say yes. Okay, it's going to ask where you want to install it to. Destination folder. I'm going to leave it at what it is default. Click next. Now, here's where you choose full, standard, or custom install. I suggest going to custom install, clicking next. Okay, we have all our options to install: font, movie, sound 22K, and sound 11. I suggest unselecting the low quality sound and then leaving out everything else ticked. So let's click next. And now the installation process will proceed. While this is doing that, I'd like to mention all those patch files that I showed on the PSO Palace download section. They all have README files in them that explain how to install those patches. I am not going to do a tutorial video on how to do the patches, because that would be a long, tedious video. Anyway, once the setup completes, this window pops up on how your internet connection settings. Select LAN always. Well, even if you're using dial-up, which is pretty much nobody anymore, select LAN anyway. Click next, and then it says install Shield Wizard is complete. So click finish. Okay, it is done installing, but we're not done setting it up. So you want to navigate to where it was installed, which is the C drive, program files x86, Sega, Phantasy Star Online. Okay. Now what you're going to do is you're going to replace some files here. So we're going to go back to our folder where we extracted the archive to. Not the PSO install folder, but this one here. Okay, we want these three files: autorun, online, online offline, and PSO exe. But before we do those, actually no, let's just select those, hold down Control, and click each of the four files, and then just drag them and drop them, and replace the files in the destination. Click Continue. Either click it 4 times like I did, or just select this. Do this for all current items. Okay, that's that. Now, let's see if we can find it in our Start menu here. There it is. Recently added, Phantasy Star Online. Or you can scroll here, go to Sega, Phantasy Star Online. Okay, now I'll click that. Now it popped up on my other screen, and I can't drag it over here. Let me change something in OBS here so you can actually see what I'm looking at. I'm going to add a display capture. And there it is. I'll just say OK. Let's minimize OBS. And there you can see it. Actually, let me bring OBS back up. Move it to my other window. There we go. And let's go to Options. And this is where you can set up your graphics. I'm going to go high-end. If you have a graphics card, a standalone graphics card, you should be able to pick high-end here. High-end sound, and I'll leave all that alone. That should be at LAN. Now you see there's no serial number and access key. You need that for online play. So let's go out of here. When you go to try to play online for the first time, let's do that. You click user registration, I believe. Actually, no, let's go start game. Okay, there it is. This is where you will enter the serial number and access key and your email address that you registered on silverend.net with. Okay, but I'm not going to do that right now because I'm not generating that. I'm just going to click cancel, cancel again. And I'm just going to go offline game and start game. And it'll play the movie. Let's see if I can get some sound going here. Probably not. Since I have the full screen executable here, if I click out of it, it will crash the game, and I don't want to do that right now. So we just won't have any game audio. Okay, so I'll click the mouse, stop the movie, and then it'll start the actual game itself. Okay. Not sure why it's displaying like that, but okay, let's hit enter. And new game. And you create yourself a character. Let's pick a good old trusty funeral. Go through your character customization, which I will skip. I'm just going to go right to the name and make my temporary character. And we have a yellow bows. Enter. And there we have the Principal Tyrell. Okay, I'm hitting the enter key just to get through his dialogue. Now, I have an Xbox 360 controller plugged in. The game requires controllers that are compatible with direct input, which the Xbox 360 is. Now, I'm going to go over setting up the controller. So I'm going to hit escape to bring up this menu. Use my keyboard arrow keys, go to options, pad control setting. Okay. Now you see here, it's kind of worded strangely, action down, action right, action left. Consider action down the bottom button on the right side of your control pad. For the Xbox 360, that's A. Action right would be B. Action left would be X. And display chat tools would be Y. So I'm going to hit enter for action down, and I'm going to press the A button. Okay, map this button, yes. Now, use my arrow key on the keyboard. I gotta use the keyboard through this whole process until you're done. Anyway, action right, hit enter, press the B button, yes. Action left, enter, hit the X button, yes. Display chat tools, enter, Y button, yes. Camera interpolation. Okay, enter, hit the trigger, or actually shoulder button, because the trigger won't work. Yes. Reverse action controls. Right shoulder button. Yes. And display start menu. Start button. Yes. And everything else automatically works. D-pad is working. So I'll just go ahead and hit escape. And I'm good to go here. So you don't have to register a serial number and access key to play offline. You're ready to go. But if you want to play online like challenge mode, you're going to need to do that. Okay. Got my saber, make sure everything's working properly. Camera change is working. Back palette is working. The next thing I would do with this installation is set up and install DG Voodoo. But that's it. That's how you install Phantasy Star Online for the PC. thank you for watching, and yeah, good luck. Goodbye.